Greetings, everyone. It is I, Daniel Dorville, your current founder of Animation Bridge, and here we have our investment opportunity for all the investors who have any questions about our organization here. Let's go on to the next slide. So, here's the description. Who are we at Animation Bridge? Well, Animation Bridge is a social media platform site created for the art and animation field to really to allow those individuals and those groups and minds of people to come together and interact with interact with each other in manners and facets and share their works and allow themselves to build a network and build a quality content which is not available to traditional means of the usual path. Because the usual path for artists and animators are they work for a big company, become a digital artist, they have to work and and really connect with people. And it takes them maybe decades to really become established and settle themselves. This is really just to give them an alternative. You know what? There's a networking site, social media site for you. So you don't have to wait for them. You don't have to wait for big tech. You don't have to wait for big corporations to uplift you. You can lift yourself, and the community will lift you up. So what do we do? Again, with social media platform. What we do is we create a site, a platform for artists and animators, and that includes and encompasses all of those in the animation process, whether that be sound engineer, whether that be a painter, whether that be a drawer, illustrator, the story, director, voice actors. Animation is not just 2D, 3D, or flat. It also includes actual movie studio plus. It's very lucrative. There's a lot of people involved. So our competition, right? Our competition includes most social media network sites. If you see at the bottom of our screen, we have Pinterest, Instagram, we have ArtStation, we have TikTok, we have Twitter, we have YouTube, and we have LinkedIn. Now you may be wondering, okay, I see all of those, and I see how ArtStation. Well, to be frank, LinkedIn helped us establish a business model, right? Because we want to be a social media network, artists and animators. We have to balance that informal with formal because we're not Instagram, we're not TikTok, we're not Twitter. We are, in fact, a business, a casual business like said is the best way to look at ourselves. We want to be there to help people who are amateurs, who are everyday Joes, become professionals, become established, and become integrated deeply into their career. And LinkedIn is established for professionals, for job opportunities. I believe that Animation Bridge can not only give you an avenue to uplift your projects, to to give you a chance for your creativity to be recognized and just to come in, advertise job postings, advertise any new position at the company, or actually host events and projects like a site project and event, and the winner wins a cash prize and an opportunity to work at a big company. This is an opportunity for people to get jobs instead of having to wait and climb through the back door and climb all the way up. This is a way to just be like, this is who I am. This is what I'm capable of. What do you have for me? You don't have anything for me? That's fine. I'm going to go work with my peers on this social media site and we're going to make something for ourselves. That's the way to look at it. More since we're on the topic of business model. We're a social media site. So our path is not very traditional. We're not an LLC. We're not a proprietorship. We're not a monopoly. Right? Instead, since we're a social media site, we have four aspects of our business model: advertising, transactional, and a freemium and premium model. Now you may be asking, okay, advertising, that makes sense. You want to advertise different job posts, advertise different events, and advertise other advertisements that may not be related to the field of transactions. Okay, where does transactions come into play? I'm glad you asked. The way transactions come into play for our business is that we want to also be allowed those who are commissioned artists and commissioned creatives to be able to look at another person's work and say, "Oh, you want a commission? What do you DM them like direct message, and you can commission your project through the site by having contact with them, and then you can have a transaction over the website." That's one thing we're all considering implementing. One thing we want to do. Besides that, freemium and premium. Now, you may be considering, okay, freemium and premium. What does that mean? Isn't this a free social media site, or is this a paid social media site? Actually, we are offering both. This is both a free social media site and a paid social media site. Now, what does that mean? Most of the site is established as free. This is a free for all. Anybody can come, make an account, they download, they're here. They're there, you can use the app. However, there's a part of the app that is purposely designed for monetary. Now you're saying, okay, why is there premium? What services do you provide? What products do you offer? Premium is primarily for businesses or established individuals in the art and animation field. The reason being is this site is primarily made for the users. It's made for the artists. It's made for those involved in the animation process. It's made for the creatives. It's made for those people. Everything else is excess in our vision, right? Not my vision itself. We want to create a place where users celebrate users, where users lift users up, where the users take care of the users. Now, the premium aspect is for businesses who wish to advertise and connect and work with creative users. They'll have a step next to their profile, next to their company name, right? They pay for a premium, and they'll be getting a bonus. So getting a boost for advertising with algorithm and benefits for advertising on the site, right? And now for premium for non-business users, those are like established professionals, like the blue check mark on Twitter or no, the blue check mark on Instagram. What do you sure it does have a blue check mark? And then the verified on YouTube, right? You can pay for that to make it so people know, okay, you're a premium member, then you get access to a different side of the website. But mostly that doesn't mean you're a community favorite because we have a staff model as well. So the way we distinct everybody is through stamps, right? If you're a regular user, you just have a visual ID and your user profile picture, your icon, right? So in the community, one of the community tabs, community favorites is what we call it. That is a user or a creation that has been upvoted and liked and loved by a huge majority of the community on the site. They will their love and adoration of your work or your account will lift you up, giving you a community stamp, and that stamp symbolizes that you're a favorite. The community loves you, the community approves of you. Businesses can also receive a community stamp. However, they must be loved and liked by the community. They cannot pay for a community stamp. A community stamp can only be given by community, right? And now for premium users, right, that be businesses or that be professionals and individuals who pay for the premium, that's just to a distinction between all of them. And community stamp receivers, they get the stamp, and then on the community favorite tab, it'll be up there and be out. I'm someone who's recognized by my peers, recognized by the internet. It's really to showcase it's really to showcase how the community is uplifting the community. Now, in the future, we plan on creating different ranks and different engages and rubrics for the ranks because we don't want to reach a point where everybody can get community or it's very um, easy results to get a community stamp. That will be redundant and not be beneficial for the distinctions. But yes, that will be a part of our community premium. You see how community stamp, that's a premium benefit. Premium benefit would be the premium stamp, professionals or for businesses. So, what is our mission? Our mission is to create and offer the community a different avenue, a different path from the traditional path. The traditional path being you go and work for a animation studio. You work from the very bottom, climb, 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 and there's no guarantee you're gonna make your big Broadway show, your big payday event. There's no guarantee that day is gonna happen. So this is really just an alternative. Instead of having to go to big tech like Walt Disney Animation, Illumination Entertainment, Cartoon Network, Warner Brothers Animation, this is an alternative. DreamWorks Animation, DreamWorks Studios. This is all supposed to be an alternative. Let the community and let the people on the internet uplift you and serve you and gratify you so that you don't need to these restricting conditions or these limiting contracts or these binding limitations and even control of your masters of your own works and stories. As for our vision, our vision is just to let creatives thrive among their peers and grant them independence. Right? We want people, we want individuals and users on our side to really be their own, be established. Right? This is a new era. This is a new time where the individual is the product and they provide a service. Right? This is a new time. And how best yet to do that when you service the individual? You take care of the individual, help promote the individual, give them a location where they can be themselves without having to restrict themselves to guidelines and limitations and contracts, to have their own creative freedom. Because I will argue, you're looking at very strong Western media animation studios. Again, Walt Disney Animation, Warner Brothers Animation, DreamWorks Studios, Nickelodeon Animation, Cartoon Network Animation, Pixar. If you look at all of them, I named six, maybe seven. If you look at all of them, what do they all have in common? Majority, if not all of their catalog, is animation and storytelling for minors and children. What about the mature things? What about the mature stories? How can you thrive in this economy of creativity and storytelling if the culture is saying animation and storytelling is for children? Animation and storytelling is for minors. Animation and storytelling, there's nothing serious. There's nothing groundbreaking. There's no powerful stories, no thematic sayings. There's none of that. This is an opportunity for those individuals who are interested in that and want to take that avenue to really hone in on that and have that themselves. Our value proposition. We at Animation Bridge work with people who need the chance to link with professionals and those aspiring to do so. This could benefit them because it allows them to grow and connect with those they would not be able to, right? If you're a big Disney, let's say you're a big Disney executive, the chances that I get to meet you and interact with you and conversate with you one on one is very low. However, with this site, like LinkedIn, see the connection. If we have similar fields, similar interests, I could DM you on this site and connect with you and try to talk and see what's going on and see something and get a mentor maybe get some discussion. Maybe you're not always guarantee a job, but you can guarantee some advice, some insights. And let's say I direct message you, right? The Walt Disney executive. You don't respond to me. Well, that's okay. There's other companies, there's other individuals, and I can always create works and stories that the community loves, that the community uplifts, that the community fosters and gives life to. Because if you don't, before Animation Bridge, if I'm a creative with a story I want to tell, but nobody signs the check, no one signs the deal, I have to give up on my dream. I have to give up on my ideas. However, if the community supports me, if the community gives me the shine, and I can get that contract, get that deal with another company who's willing to take a risk with a startup operation or a startup show or a startup short, boom, all of a sudden, all of a sudden, I don't have to wait 20 years in a career, 20, 25 years in a career. I can jump straight in there, maybe 5, 10 years in my field. Again, alternative, a chance to be different than what's expected easy. Now, what is our target market? Again, our target market is anyone in the art and animation field, right? 2D art, 3D art, digital art, doesn't matter. Even if you're just make music, sound design, video design, because in the animation world, oh, you need that. You need good visuals. You need good music. You need good sound design. You need realistic dialogue with voice actors. You need actually good voice acting. It's so it's multi encompassing, but it's just an avenue to really put people here and allow them to connect. You allow them to really meet each other. Because imagine you have a contract, you want to do a passion project, or can't with your current work. They're limited. Make a group, make a community on the platform. Make something. So this All this is for is to give power back to the users and power back to the creatives to make what they desire in their heart of hearts. Competitive position. Now, this is where Animation Bridge versus the head honchos, the big dogs. These guys run the show. These guys run everything. Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. There are indirect yet most direct competition. Indirect in the fact that these guys don't actively provide a service made for the art world, but they directly compete with me and Animation Bridge who wants to make a run for those in the art animation. Now, the biggest distinction between us is, let's start with this. Instagram is a platform where you can send highlight reels, videos, make posts, right? However, a really big thing about Instagram is Instagram itself is not really made for tight knit communities. It's more about posting the best of what you have, posting short and long form videos, making daily posts about what you've been doing, what your business. It's very good for business, but it's very weak when it comes to conversation. On the contrast, Twitter is very good for conversation. It's very good to post your portfolio, very good to have engagement, but it's very weak videos and content. And then LinkedIn is very good for professionals, very good for job opportunities, very weak for conversation, discussion. Whereas Animation Bridge's intention is to take long form videos, short form videos, allow for deep and intimate conversation, allow for business prosperity and connections and dialogue between the creator and the viewers on the site. They're posting content, where they're posting videos, to really be more interactive and engaged, to be a social media site. Think of it as a funny analogy. Think of Animation Bridge as the lounge, digital lounge space. From here, you can talk business, but at the same time, it's very casual and welcoming. You showcase what you're capable of and your skills, but at the same time, to really have an environment to really be interactive and welcoming those who need to see. It's like a pop-up shop, pop-up art shop, pop-up art shop, pop-up networking art shop. You can see and browse like you're in a pop-up museum, see what's going on, see what things are, and at the same time get good dialogue, get good feedback, and showcase more of what you do. Now, milestones and action plan. One of the biggest things we want to do on November 25th, 2024, we want to post and publish a website on the internet. And then soon after, our next milestone and action plan will be establishing the app. But we won't be discussing the app today. We'll be discussing the website. So action one would be buying the domain and then working on creating the layout of the website itself. How is it going to be structured? What tabs are we going to have? What's going to be on the homepage? How are we going to structure the homepage? What colors are we using? What colors would really pop off? What are we really going for? What is our design? What is our intention? How do we attract everybody? How do we market? Where are we going to put the advertisements? Are we going to put them on the side? Or are we going to put them at the top? We're going to put up the scroll at the bottom, and then you see the advertisement. We're going to have pop-up blocks where we click buttons, then a pop-up happens. Right? A lot of stuff to consider. And that's action one. Action two is working with an actual developer to actually get into the nitty-gritty of coding everything. Coding all the details, all the crannies, and then doing the testing back and forth to make sure it's. Action three is really last minute touches, debugging last minute errors, and making sure that there's no issues with the site. If everything's good, right? You open the website and there's a blog section, and the blog is not loading. How do we fix that? Oh, why didn't anybody post? Why can't anybody see posts? Oh, they go to the homepage. None of our links are working. Why aren't the links to our contact or our phone numbers not working? How do we fix that? Stuff like that. Again, to us, the biggest thing we can do now is work our way to launch dates. Make sure that we can launch and now we're established. If you're looking for dates, 11/25 is when we're done. 4/25 is when we want to do the action plan. and then around, I want to say July, August is where Action 2 should be. July, August. So, financial plan. This is tough because we're a startup company. We're trying to do something new, something that's never been done before, and we're a social media platform that's never been done in this sort of facet. So this is going to be a little different from what we've known traditionally, traditionally offered. Right? There's some social media sites we did not discuss, like Facebook, right? Why? Because they're not primary competition. They're not a direct competition, nor are they really indirect competition. So again, our financial plans will continue on part two in the next slide, but the whole point is to showcase first 12 months. We won't be getting real profits until the first 12 months. So month zero, that's when the site is launched. And we don't expect to make that much profits in aspect. And remember, we're not selling a product, we're selling a free site, premium. Premium is what comes into when we get five. First month, we're not expecting that many people or businesses. But month zero and month one, the primary goal is to build up a rapport and community of individuals who are on the site and utilizing the site so that month by month three, we can have businesses. By month six, we can explode and have 30. And by month nine, we can go crazy with having 60 business subscribers. And then by month 12, 120. Now, this is all speculation. There's no guarantees. For all we know, we can have a lot more or we can underperform. But again, this is speculation based on the studies we've been looking into and the numbers we've been. Now, there's just more details about our numbers and stuff like that. But really, the most important thing we want to focus on is the premium, the subscriber profits, and then the business advertising. Now, for individuals, the first 3 months, from month zero to month two, we don't really expect too many individuals to be purchasing their premium about Real Professional. It's more so we expect businesses to do so, but there will be individuals that will. Okay, so next slide. So our total sold after 12 months will be around 56. Now, let me see if I'm logging here. Oh, the website. This is the monthly cost. So for month zero, 120, and then month 1 to 12 for the first year, that's just maintenance costs and checkups, good, and then working on app research. Because again, after 12 months, we are going after the launch, we're going to be working to establish an app soon after. Because the more platforms we're on, the more access users have to us, the better we can grow, and the more people that can use our site and work and get things done. Now, as for our expenses, this is why we had to really push back to 12 months because considering all of them would be very difficult, right? Getting all the numbers for the public relations outreach, for app store optimization, for payroll for our employees, and then marketing, hosting domains, maintenance, administrative costs. The total of our expenses were around 55,000. We had to go for the first year to ensure that we would have everything taken care of. All right. And then you can see here, you go back. After 12 months, we'll be in the positive, making 1,247 cents. Now you may be saying, okay, you're barely making money. That's not really anything worth having. And I'll have you know, you can't really tell if all businesses are functioning in the first 5 months. But I'm confident in the fact that because there's a need for this, there is a need for this. Because there's a need for this in the community, and you can see it in the West with how a lot of animators are underpaid, a lot of animators are neglected and overworked. There is an avenue here, a community here, just for them to have this. Now, this is going to be our management structure. So, I, as the founder and CEO, will be overseeing everyone, and I'll be working with our IT manager, our COO, our CFO. Like, IT manager will just be in charge of IT, making sure everything's regulated. Our COO will be overseeing our developer manager, the project manager, and support manager. As for the CFO, they'll be overseeing the design manager and marketing manager. Now, I will make it clear, because we're a startup, having to pay all of these guys reasonable wages for their jobs is not realistic. So we've compromised for 40,000 with around 5 to 6 individuals holding all of these positions in place. I'll be the founder and potentially holding one of the other executive positions, either COO, CFO, and if not, I will be holding one of the other manager positions. Make sure we run smoothly, and then potentially the other 4 or 5 people will be holding 2 positions. We're going to be starting small and slowly building up and expanding. And that is why we also do not have an HR manager, because we'll be starting so small, having an HR will be unnecessary because all be really in contact with each other at all times in the HR. Will not be beneficial or productive. It'll be distracting. Around the second year, most likely we'll be having an HR manager for sure. So now it's time for the demonstration of our website, Animation Bridge. So here we have the home page. If you scroll down, you can see our vision, our mission, and then how you can contact us and our location. Okay. Over here we have our blog. Again, as I said, it's down right now, so we have to work on that and continue. And about the about us page, this is our story. This is where we come from, and part of what we're looking for, how to stay in contact. And then any questions that you have, how do you post, use stamps, all that stuff. Community favorites, you click start over here and you can see some more. We have ourselves the groups tab. And remember, this is not in launch as of currently. This is still the beta version of our website, we will. And so this is just letting you know that. So now that we're here, I'm gonna go ahead and ask the questions. Again, thank you for viewing my presentation and hearing what we have to say about Animation Bridge. Feel free to follow up on my email right there, ddorf01@gmail.com, and as a website for our Animation Bridge. And these are the references we've used. So thank you for the presentations, and hopefully you'll consider investing into Animation Bridge.